2025 is the year of LEGO Mario Kart. After the first sets on the first half of the year, and also the massive 72037 Mario Kart, the second half of this year brings us an extra 5 sets, which I'll analyze next. Unfortunately, as I write this review, the app still doesn't recognize the new sets, so I'll make a new video later, using the interactive Mario figure with these sets. The first, and perhaps one of the most important, is a 72043 Mario Kart Interactive LEGO Mario and Standard Kart, a set with 278 elements and a retail price of €50. Yes, the numbers are right, but there's an explanation, as it features the interactive Mario figure, which is essential for playing the app, and this is the first time a Mario figure has appeared. In addition to it, the set includes the Super Mario Kart, which appears to be exactly the same as the 72032 Standard Kart set, except for the glider and flames. There's a shell launcher on one side with a choice of green or red, and an interactive tile in the center of the vehicle, like in all of the carts of these sets. There are two other brick-built characters, each with an interactive tile, Bob Om, I love the name, and the menacing Thwomp with an awesome expression from two printed tiles. Since he has no feet, he stands on a base made of 2x2 turns-clear bricks. The set is completed with several accessories. The banana couldn't be missing, as well as two traffic cones, blue and red, a protective barrier divided into 3 models that are joined with clips, allowing you to define the opening angle, a mystery box also with an interactive tile, and finally the indispensable start and finish areas. The first very simple with a plate and a sign with an arrow, and the second made as a podium, of course, both with the tiles with scan codes. Moving forward in number of elements, the smallest is a 72045 Mario Kart Shy Guy and P-Wing, with 249 elements and a retail price of €20. It features, as the name suggests, a brick-built figure of a Shy Guy who returns in red after 2020 71366 Boomerville Barrage. The vehicle is the P-Wing, which features a detachable glider at the back. I was quite surprised by the car's building process, since it kind of reminded me of a Speed Champion set, though obviously not as detailed and with fewer stickers, of course. But even so, there are 12, including 4 for the wheels, a detail that recurs in many of these sets and that, in my opinion, could have been transformed into a printed pattern, especially since it is the same in most of the other sets. The weapons include the usual red and green shells and the banana. It has 2 interactive tiles, one on the character and one on the vehicle, so any of the available interactive characters, Mario, Luigi or Peach, can drive it. There's a sliding platform inside that allows larger characters to fit inside. The following 2 sets are similar in their content, featuring 2 vehicles and the same retail price. The first is 72038 Mario Kart, Wario and King Boo, costing €50 and with 512 elements. It contains 2 brick-built characters, each with their own vehicle, Wario and King Boo. The first is a novelty, finally making its LEGO debut, considering he's one of Mario's biggest rivals, and supposedly his cousin. And I'd like to highlight some of the pieces, such as his nose, mustache, hat, the same as Mario's but in yellow, and several printed elements. Thus his vehicle, a sort of pink Cadillac on steroids, the so-called muscle car. The sound system installed in the back also included, represented by a sticker. The set contains 14 in total. It also has a glider attached to the back, which can also be attached to the other car, Teddy Buggy. The blue teddy bear-shaped quad bike. It's simpler to build, but I love its snout. Each car has a device for launching shells, including 3, 2 green and 1 red. The only thing missing to talk about is the other character, King Boo, who, if I'm not mistaken, is the same as the one from 2024 King's Boo Haunted Mansion set, with a printed tile featuring a dark pink tongue. It's also worth mentioning that it also has an interactive tile, as all the villains on these sets. Also available for €50, but with 588 elements, is 72044 Mario Kart Piranha Pursuit. The brick-built figures are Toadettes, identical to the others that appeared previously, with printed faces, bodies, and mushrooms heads, and the Koopa Troop with a green shell, a character that hadn't appeared in this color since 2020, and which has an interactive tile on its back as well. For the first character, the vehicle is a cat cruiser, which, as you might guess, it's shaped like an elephant. No, I'm kidding, of course. It's a pink cat with a tail and whiskers, which are made with stickers. The set contains 18 in total. Also noteworthy is the nose of this car, which can be removed and used for something we'll see later. The other vehicle is a Tanuki Kart, some sort of orange jeep with huge wheels in dark blue, and I must say I really love the overall look, like the detail on the seat. Both cars obviously have an interactive tile, but they can have an extra accessory, a potted carnivorous plant which moves as the cars go forward and which can be attached to the front of either car. Finally, the larger set, 72039 Mario Kart Bowser's Castle, 1068 elements and a retail price of €100, also including two vehicles, but comes with an extra, Bowser's Castle. And yes, Bowser is one of the brick-built figures in the set, which seems to be quite similar to the one released last year in 71431 Bowser's Muscle Car, featuring an interactive tile on the back. This car is a standard ATV kart, also with the usual tile in the center, reminiscent of the Tanuki kart, due to the color and wheels, but with cool details like the steering wheel. The shell launching device is located at the front, and the set includes two red ones and one green. The other figure is a friendly Yoshi, returning to the theme in green, and also the same version as previous sets. The car is the iconic Mach 8 kart in its blue color, with a projectile launcher on the right side, a yellow tail, and the usual code tile in the center. One detail I didn't mention is that almost all vehicles have the attachable piece for the glider. Leaving the four wheels built, I move on to the imposing castle. Builders may find it simple to build, but we mustn't forget that this theme is aimed at children aged 7, 8 and up, prioritizing play functions. This set has a few. We have two figures, the hot but cute lava bubble with an interactive tile, and another form, this one without the coded tile, but wrapped and attached to chains which can be hoisted and released with a crank, causing it to fall in anyone entering the castle. Returning to the flamed little figure, there's a mechanism in the tower that, when pressed, activates the platform its own, causing it to be thrown from the second floor below. Also noteworthy is the larger tower with horns on the sides like the owner of the castle. The build has several play areas for the cars, a drawbridge with flames in the background, and walls with barriers that can be destroyed depending on how fast the cars pass through them. One has plumber's accessories at the end, while the other has the iconic fire bars which irritated many players in Super Mario levels. And here are all the Mario Kart sets from this August wave. Although all cars have its own brick-built character, the app's race mode only works when used with interactive Mario, Luigi, or Peach figures, the latter two included in other sets. This mode allows you to interact with the car in a variety of ways, whether drifting, a Fast and Furious vibe, braking, flying, and as I understand it, it works with or without the glider, or honking. All of this earns us points, coins, and other resources which we must complete within 60 seconds. And of course, we can customize our own track with several adventures and obstacles. The same goes for the normal Super Mario game, possibly with more activities, as the many interactive tiles scattered through the sets allow for greater engagement and coordination to achieve the best results. There is nothing better than testing it. When the app is updated with the new sets, I'll make a new video showing everything. So, any Super Mario fans out there? What do you think of these sets? Are you thinking of buying them for your kids, friends, or for yourself? Please leave your thoughts and comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more reviews and speed builds in the upcoming days featuring new 2025 releases or even retired sets. Thank you LEGO and the Land for sending set for review. Opinions on it are my own. See you soon, and play well.